On what purpose you are looking to learn Ariba as of now?
Yes, I can do that.
Yes,
Yeah,
please
Uh,
please,
go ahead
please go
then.
ahead.
yeah, so I was working as a MM consultant for close to 8 years, and presently I'm looking for new job opportunities, and that is the reason I'm trying to learn new skills. And as part of that, I'm trying to learn Ariba and Vim as well. So, what I'm trying to look from this session is so most of the time, the resume adds a value when we say MM consultant with Ariba experience. So I would like to understand the Ariba process, how it works in the industry, and through which I can actually understand clearly the end-to-end Ariba process. I'm not sure about the syllabus of here, so this is what I'm looking out of from this session.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough. So you worked on MM, right? SAP MM.
Yes.
Okay, and did you work on any other cloud application or something like that, HANA or something?
Yeah, it was an S/4HANA only I have worked.
Okay. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, I'll give you a brief about, okay, I'll just give you a little introduction about myself. Like, my name is Jay Kumar, and I'm providing the trainings for corporate individual students on this SAP Ariba platform. Okay, I'm doing this from I have around 15 years of experience, and I'm doing this training of the individual or corporate batches from last 8 years. Okay. So this is what brief about myself. And now when it comes about the SAP Ariba. So first of all, as you know, SAP Ariba is uh, Ariba was a separate company altogether earlier, but SAP bought it, and SAP then onwards that SAP is selling this as under the umbrella of SAP Ariba, right? And Ariba is a cloud application, so it's little different the way it is there on the MM and all. So it's when we say a cloud applications, you do not need any Citrix or something like the access, and the data will not be in your data centers and all. It will be completely on cloud. So you need just a simply internet connection, your login and username password, and from there you can start working on all these things, right? So you can access this Ariba anywhere in the world. You can start working on that one. So that's how it is there from the basic of Ariba side. Okay, so that's the part. So the training
Sir,
that I
are you
generally,
working as well?
yes, I'm also working.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I take this time as per the time. I think you are in India, or you are about somewhere abroad.
Yeah, I'm in UK now.
Okay. So generally the time based on the time the time permits. So we I take the classes accordingly, maybe in the morning or evening on a weekdays or based on the weekends and all. So whatever the time suits and all those things. So we take that part. Okay.
All right.
So that is how we generally do this. Okay. Just somehow my this Zoom is giving some issue to me. I'm not sure why it's not connecting in. That is what happening in here. Otherwise, I would like to start with sharing this one. Just a sec. I'm still trying somehow it will get logged into the system, but not happening that way. Are able to use. Can we? Okay, just a second. Hold on a minute here. What is zooming here? Sorry. I'm extremely sorry. Like this is suddenly happened. Like it was not
No problem.
like it was working till yesterday. I'm not sure what happened suddenly today. Trying my best if I can retrieve. Actually, there's also a job option comes directly if I can join the meeting. Yeah, now it came. Just a second. It was not coming earlier. Just now it came in. That meeting ID is 969309856. Join. Suraj, just check if you are getting any option like someone is there in the lobby or something like that way.
Yes. Just I enter admitted.
Okay, you admitted. Okay, just a second. Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, perfect. Extremely sorry for this. Mute. Okay, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
It's
we're able
shared
to.
now. No?
Sorry.
No, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Sorry for this delay. Okay, now this is the course content. Okay, I hope Suraj, I think you have this one, right? I have shared you earlier this course content.
Yes. We do have this.
Okay. So let me just continue on this one. So later on you can share with
Mhm.
sorry, I didn't get your name. Your name is Adira, is it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Adira. So you can take it like from Suraj. So this is the basic. This is what the training, the course content is there. And
Okay.
when I say this one, right, we have around like I'll just give you a brief about it. So we have around 12 topics. 12 like the 12th one is like basic other documentation part. We have around 11 topics that we cover in our training. Okay, and the training is majorly from the functional perspective. When we say like if you check out in the market, right, now like what kind of jobs are there in Ariba, so generally you will find like couple of days either the companies are looking for the implementer, like the people who can do the implementation of SAP Ariba, or the end users of SAP Ariba, like who know how to work on the SAP Ariba module. And the third one is the like a little senior stage kind of, you can say like it's a integration of SAP Ariba. Okay, so if we say like if I put it like in a sequence like this way, first end user who should having the basic knowledge of SAP Ariba. Second is the implementation, like the step. Second stage is the implementation where you know how to implement. Like some customer just bought your SAP Ariba modules and now he want to get it implemented. So in implementation, you need to do all those things, right? Setup of the system. And the third is the integration. So integration is more from a perspective where you need to connect your Ariba system with any other third-party system. Any other third system, like for example, could be your HANA, could be your Oracle, any other ERP system. Okay, so these three things are there. Generally, you will find that in the market, people are there, and the job generally are like you are a functional consultant, techno-functional consultant, like that kind of a work or job designations will be there in the market. So the training that we provide that like I will be covering up in here is majorly focuses from the two perspectives. One, end user. Another is implementation side. Okay.
Okay,
The
and we're not
integration-
covering the integration one, right, sir?
Integration we will be covering up, but it's a brief one. The reason for this one, I'll give you that one. Okay, hold on a second. There is a PPT, right? So this is a segregation also, like this is upstream, these are downstream. So SAP Ariba is broadly segregated between upstream, like upstream modules, and downstream. So people will ask you in the market, like, have you worked on the upstream modules? Have you worked on the downstream modules? Or you have an experience in which stream, upstream or downstream? So this is the segregation. These are the modules generally comes under the upstream, and this is the downstream modules, procure to pay. The complete module is the procure to pay side. Okay, so this is the one. Now, when we comes here, the question that you asked, right? So let me just clear this one. Okay. Now, so when we say the integration side, right? So integration is like this way. So first, take an example. You have one side is your system, that is SAP Ariba. Okay. So in here you have an SAP Ariba. Then in the middle you have some middleware system. So it's not mandatory. Generally, Ariba provides the manage spend and gateway network. That is like earlier the name was CIG. I'll just mark it that CIG, Cloud Integration Gateway. But this could be any other middleware system also. Dell, Boomi, iPass, lot of other middleware system is also available. But CIG is more popular because it's a SAP product. So SAP tried to pitch it most of the customers, and most of the customer goes for this, right? Then you have another, that is a third system, that is an ERP system. Could be your HANA, like I'll just write S4H, right? So this is how the integration is there, right? This is the three system you need to connect. So when we talking about an integration scenario, right? You need to have not only like single team will be there. Basically, you need to have three teams. One is an Ariba guy. Okay. Then you need an integration guy. Someone from the integration side who knows the integration part. And then you need the basis or ABAP consultants, which will be having the knowledge about the S4HANA. So when we're talking about the integration side, you are not the alone who's going to do the integration of SAP Ariba. You need to work collectively as a team, along with the middleware integration consultant and ABAPer or the developers, which are their basis guys and all from the ERP side. Why we do this one? In a simple language, if I just give an example like SAP Ariba. SAP Ariba, like for example, okay, you are sitting in US, like you understand English only, I only speak Hindi. So we need someone who can communicate, then only we will be able to pass on our information to each other, right? So the middleware, the translator, if I'm speaking something in Hindi, that person will be converting that Hindi into the English and telling you, and same way, whatever you are saying in English, it will be converting that into the Hindi and telling me. Same happens in here. Ariba understand the language of CXML. Okay. Whereas if I take an example of HANA understand the language of IDOCS. Right? So how these two systems gonna communicate? See, HANA cannot understand CXML and Ariba cannot understand IDOC. So in this case, we need a middleware system which does this. The mapping. So here comes the mapping, the mixing of these documents and sending up the information to one and changing it. So here we do all this part. That is the main job of CIG. Apart from that one, any customization, any other information which are passing. For example, take an example. You are sending a purchase order from HANA, which is of like, you can say it's of 10 digits. Okay. Now it should be coming here in Ariba, and here Ariba only have maximum limit of 8 digits. Then what will happen? System will attenuate 2 digits, right? So that kind of mapping we need to do into the CIG level. We need to make the changes here in this system. If we want to increase this one from 8 to 10, we will increase it. Also, we need to map the same thing at the CIG level, like the 10 input, 10 digits will be coming from HANA that need to get into the Ariba. Here, the symbol, you can see this, I have given bidirectional. So bidirectional in the sense that it will be bidirectional in the sense, like you can say the data flows both from Ariba to HANA or HANA to Ariba based on your system configuration or setup. Okay. So this is the integration part. Now, why we say like, see, in my training, this is the training which I cover, right? So why we cover up this, like this integration is briefly, there are two restrictions are there. First, the system I have is a demo system, right? So the system, like you cannot show the integration every time. Like if a system is integrated once, you cannot like again break the integration, do the integration and again, right? So that is why it's a little restriction there from a like system perspective. Second is that the system is also not completely integrated because it's a test environment, right? So it's a test environment, so not everything is there which is integrated from that place, but we have in here the CIG. So basics, like how the CIG is there, what all things are. So you can see this here, what all things we cover from a integration perspective. I have given an overview. So basic overview, basic landscape of it, data integration methods, manager and configuration, integration system, cloud integrations, the transition tracker, web services. So basic, all those things I provide here in the overview perspective. But that, as I said, like, so first the training, as I said, the idea is first you get the hold of your basic knowledge of SAP Ariba. Like if someone is asking you to create a sourcing project in Ariba, creating a auction in Ariba, creating some suppliers, PR to PO, all those basic steps of an end user. First, you get a hold of that. That is one part. Okay. Second is the implementation, where you need to implement this one. Like just a blank system has been given. Take an example like there's no data in that at all. So if a blank system has been given to you, how you are going to set up the system? Sorry. Okay. That is second stage is the implementation. Then once you have a good knowledge of in these areas, end user and implementation, then is a like more of a integration is like will be better and a easier way to understand, right? So like it's a stage, like you cannot start running immediately, right? So you need to first start walking, then you like make a little bit speed up of that thing, and in the last you like go for a run. Same way for Ariba, understanding first the functional things, basic of it. So those things are important. Like that way, how you start when you start learning of Ariba, it will be like the best way. It's not something like I'm saying it's a thumb rule, but yeah, it's the best way to learn Ariba. First, get the knowledge of the system from an end user perspective. Then you understand the implementation side. Then you excel itself in the integration area. But still, from the integration perspective, as I said, like a lot of knowledge like CXML, IDOC, all these little bit more on a technical side, you need to have a good background. Then you can work more on integration side. Otherwise, in the market, integration consultants and all those people are already there. So generally, when we work on an integration project, these three teams work together. One Ariba team, one CIG, and one HANA team. All the three teams work together. Okay.
Okay, sir. And normally I've heard of this guided buying and all. So I'm not sure, sir, what it is, but I've just heard.
Right.
Yeah.
So guided buying is also there. We'll be covering up that one also. So guided buying is nothing but see this. Now there's guided sourcing is also coming. So guided buying is nothing but it's a small, simple, like you can say on top of this, there is a on top of this, there is a user interface has been designed by Ariba, which is more simpler from the perspective, the people who do not have a much knowledge from the procurement perspective or sourcing perspective, those people, it will be an easy way for them to navigate and create PRPOs into the system. Okay. Yeah. So we'll cover that one also from a basic perspective because we do not have in this one, but we'll cover that one also from the basics. So these are the ones that is what I showed. This is the course content which we are covering up in detail. Ariba introduction is there. The SLP, like how to create a supplier request. SLP module is basically used for onboarding the suppliers. So how you create a supplier request, registration, qualification, supplier activation, deactivation, what are the IDs, what is an ANID, ERP ID, VDR ID, how you use this into the SLP integration and all. So integration side from Ariba side, all those things I will be covering up in our training. Okay. Same here for the sourcing. These are all the topics that I will be covering up in the sourcing side. Same for the contract. I will be covering up both contract management, contract workspace upstream, as well as contract compliance, the downstream. Okay. So these are the things that I will be covering up. So you can like share, like Suraj will share this course content with you. You can go through with this one. And these are the things that which you all will be covering up in here. Okay. If I show you like this template in here, if you see this is how we do it. So these are the upstream modules. These are the downstream modules. In sourcing, contract, and SLP. You can see there templates, and templates. So in the upstream side, creation of the template is the implementation team's job, but it is like 50 to 60% of the work will be done. Like you will get the knowledge if you know how to create a template in upstream. So it's a critical part. So that will be covering up in a complete detail. I will be covering up this, how to create a template, how to customize from the scratch. So that is the important part. That is the backbone. You can see the backbone in the upstream is the template creation. Approval flow setup is there. So those things will be also be covered in there. Then I will be covering up how to create an RFI, RFP, conducting auctions. So it's a workshop. It's not a kind of a training. It's a workshop where you need to be part of this one. I will be adding you as a supplier. You need to submit your responses. You need to walk along with me. So it's like that way. So it's not a like just a theoretical. So hardly there is a like 2 to 3% anything there which is there theoretical. Rest everything is a kind of a workshop which I will be showing you here on this system. Like create sourcing project like this way. Create sourcing project. So when I'm showing you like exactly, I will show you like create sourcing project. So how you create a sourcing project? You click on this create, click on that sourcing project, then you log in into the system in here, and the home page will be popping up in here. Just a second, let it come in here. Now this is the home page. So for creating the sourcing project, you need to fill all this information. So I will be explaining like one name. What is the meaning of name? Description. Sorry. What is the use of copy from project? What is the meaning of project, full project, and quick project? All these fields I will be explaining to you. All this in here. Then template, what to use, how to create a templates and all. So this is how I will be explaining you each and everything on the system itself. I will be creating the projects and all, and I will be showing you all this. Okay,
sir. Yeah.
So this is how we will be covering up the training. Same way we have like downstream here, where you will be having like procure to order, which is a one module. Invoice management is a one module. Complete module is a procure to pay, which you heard like P2P. Generally, company asks, have you worked on a procure to pay, P2P? So this is a P2P, like the complete cycle of procure to pay. You will be creating a PR in Ariba, PO in Ariba, doing the GR in Ariba, invoicing, invoice reconciliation, and OK to pay, like it's completely reconciled and everything, two-way, three-way match, all those things. So catalog management also there, which we'll be covering up in here. And this is something common, which is we will be covering up from a both perspective. Like these things get used in both, whether it's upstream or downstream. So this is how we'll be covering up. So this is just a brief about it. Here is the detailed course content, which you can refer. So this is how we will be doing the training for this Ariba.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
So if you have any specific questions or concerns, so let me know.
So would you be providing this course on weekends, sir?
Yes, if you want weekend, we can have a class on weekend also, like maybe 2-hour class on a weekend. So around like see the course completion timeline is somewhere around 25 to 27 hours. Again, as I said, it's not something I'm more focused on the timing. I'm more focused on the course. So if we are able to cover all, like we need to cover all the topics, whatever the topics or all the modules, right? So it's a discussion, right? It's a workshop. So as I said, it's a workshop. So maybe sometimes you can understand few things in a one go, or sometimes you need to like explain again and again and all, right? Those things happens. So doesn't worry. So I'm not going to hurry on that part. I'm going to like more focus on the course content. If whatever the topics given, we will be covering up all the topics. Okay, so sometimes a couple of hours up and down keep on happening when we like conduct this course. So it's all depend on the mutual understandings, and if you have something like you're not able to understand in one go. I'll repeat those things and all. So timing gets up and down. So more focus on course, not on timing. Just a rough estimate, 25 to 27 hours generally take it for this one.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So no worries. Like still, this is how the brief about this one. Any other thing you want to ask me? This is a tool. So this is how we like start working on these ones, like sourcing module is given, contract module is given and all. So we work on these things. And if you have any concerns, questions, so you can ask and we'll work on this way. Okay.
All right. So most of the projects that we work always have this S4HANA and Ariba integration issues and all. So these issues, first we need to have understanding of Ariba for sure, right, sir? To solve these and
Absolutely. This here. Now there, as I said, like there are multiple things are happens. Like for example, if you are going for a like somewhere Ariba got implemented, you are in a customer call, right? The workshops and happens that initially. So customer will always ask you question from the perspective of an end user, right? They will simply ask you, like, if you want to buy a TV or something like in a very normal way, what you will ask? You will simply ask, is there is there an LCD? Is the picture will be coming clear? I'm able to see. You will not directly asking like which chipset you are using, right? So same happens in here. Whenever you go in front of any customer, they will be asking you very simple questions from a end user perspective. Can this system accommodate the PR which we create by our end users? Can you create a sourcing project? Can you do no negotiation like this way? Our users do negotiation like this way. Can your system do the negotiation like this way? Right? So they will be having the first of all, the questions from their side will be more from a perspective of an end user. So that is why you need to have a good knowledge of the system, that what the system can do. Then only you can answer those questions in a very fluent manner, right? Otherwise, if you do not know whether the system functionality is there in it or not, you will not be able to answer that question in a more confidence manner. Right. So that is why I always like, I'm telling you very frankly, if you are expecting something like after this training, you are going to lead a team or you will become a pro in Ariba, no, that's not going to happen. This course is from a perspective that when you are trying to learn something, Ariba is a you can say Ariba is a customized tool. Every customer has their own configuration, own setup. Okay, you need to, as an implementation team, you need to configure the system based on the customer requirement. So it will never be the same. But yes, most of the things like the basic design of the system cannot be changed, that because that's a cloud application, right? So you have to as more you work on the live projects, you will build your confidence on it. Right? From an entry level, once you have the knowledge of it, so at least after the training, it happens like if someone say, can you please check whether this PR or this PO or this document has been processed successfully from Ariba side to from Ariba side or not. So at least you have the knowledge, right? Okay, where I need to go, I need to click on manage. I need to go into the core admin. Then I need to go into the CIG middleware system. There I need to go into the transaction tracker, which I mentioned right here. So in this one, right? Transaction tracker. And here I need to put that PR number or the PO number and check whether it has been successfully reached there or not. So you will be having all those kind of information here and you will be able to see those information, right? So you will get the knowledge of even some simpler level of issues and all those things, you can handle it very easily. But gradually, once you start working on those things, you will get the knowledge of all those information. So the more you practice, the more you will become better in this. And things keep on coming, or schemes of things are keep on changing and all. So we need to keep on ourselves also updating. Like even I have 13, 14 years of this one, still I'm learning, because things keep on coming, new things are keep on coming, and every customer have their own requirement. So we need to work according to that.
Right, sir. Yeah,
right?
I got it. Yeah.
So this is how the thing works. So this is like integration. You can see this here when we are creating here. This is a CIG. So now the name has been changed from CIG Cloud Integration Gateway to Managed Gateway for Spend and Net. This is the new name for CIG. So here, once you have like the CS, so this is like integration dot. It's a completely separate like URL itself. So you can see here, this is the URL for normal buyer account. This is the integration.ariba.com. This is the URL for completely for only from the integration. So for example, like integration consultant just need to have an access of integration side. So you can create like this way also. So this is how we like perform these activities and all these things. So we'll be covering up. So based on these things, we'll be covering up all these